What's going on, guys? Um, I'm gonna talk to you guys real quick about you know, I'm pretty sure you guys have been told this as well, but this is the infamous saying. It's so infamous, and I know a lot of you guys have been told this saying that you gotta have something going for yourself. Ever since I was a teenager, I had people telling me this, that you have to have something going for yourself. Now, the, I used to think back in my younger days that was a compliment when you heard people say that in order for you to get companionship, in order for you to get, a significant other in your life, that you got to have something going for yourself. But in all honesty, that's not a compliment, you know? That's not a compliment when someone tell you that you got to have something going for yourself in order for you to get a companion. When someone tell you that you got to have something going for yourself in order for you to get love in your life, in order for you to get, a significant other, when someone tell you that, what they really implying to you is that you're not good enough as a man. Because I used to think that in order for me to have a woman, I got to take her to Ches Philippe. That's a French fine dining restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee. I used to think that I gotta buy a woman some Leroy Piana, or I gotta buy a woman some Yves Saint Laurent, or some Isabel Marant, you know, or buy a woman a Hermes bag. You don't have to do none of that, you know. If you got to do all of that in order to have a significant other, that just means that you're not good enough as a man. Because I always had to remind myself that there are some men out there that don't have nothing going for them. They don't have a career. They don't have a car. They don't have nothing. But yet they got access to a woman. And a lot of those types of men, a lot of times they have access to multiple women. So when someone tell you that you got to have something going for yourself in order for you to find love, that's just a slap in the face telling you as a man that you're not good enough, that you're inferior, that you're an outcast, a reject. And I realized that that's an insult when someone tells you that. Because there are some guys, they don't got to have a lot of money in order to get love in their life. So, when someone telling you that you got to have all of this stuff, in order for you to get somebody, that just means that you're not good enough as a man. That's all that means. Because there are some men who don't have anything, you know? Now, this is something that's being told to a lot of guys. Oh, you got to have something going for yourself, you know? It's not a compliment when someone tells you that, because I believe a man should have something going for himself. I don't believe a man should be slothful. I don't believe a man should just have his hand out or look for someone to give him something. But I don't feel that a man should have to pay for love or pay for a companion. But nowadays, some men have to pay for companionship, unfortunately, you know. And that's what I had to realize. Like, some men that you see married to these beautiful women, a lot of those men are financing those marriages. They are paying for those women. And I'm not knocking a man who pays for companionship. I'm not knocking a man who pays for a woman's time. As a man, you got to do what you got to do. But, you got to do what you got to do to get the box. That's the goal as a man. But I think it's sad that you have men who have to pay for companionship, because I feel that companionship and love from a woman is something that you should be able to get naturally. It's not something that you should have to pay for. If you got to pay for it as a man, you lost. You really have. But unfortunately, since some men are not physically attractive to women, unfortunately, some men would have to have something going for themselves in order to attract a woman. If I would have known this stuff back when I was a teenager, I would have made sure that I got really good at a sport. That way I could have went pro, I could have been rich, and I could have had multiple women. I could have been like Lamar Odom out there in Vegas at all those brothels. But see, back when I was a teenager, I wasn't aware of all of this stuff. But I clearly see that when someone tells you, and see, that's one of the main reasons to why I've always been so into things that are associated with wealth and things that are associated with a high class type of lifestyle. I think one of the main reasons to why I've always been in love with that kind of stuff is because I feel as a man that that's what some men are going to need. Some men are going to have to be riding around in a Porsche, a Panamera, with a $3,400 Hermenegildo Dozenia suit on, with a Rolex Milgauss on their wrist. Some men are going to have that, unfortunately. You know? While you got some men, they could be dusty, haven't showered, haven't bathed in days, walking around nasty. You know? They don't have no Panamera. They not riding in a Porsche. They don't have nothing going for themselves. But yet they can get women with ease because women find them physically attractive. So I just realized that as a man, you know, you want to be productive. You want to have something going for yourself. But some men don't have to have lots of money in order to get a woman. You know, some men don't have to have a Mercedes Benz or a Porsche or a Maserati. Some men don't have to have those things in order to get a woman. See, I know for some men are going to have the high class lifestyle in order to attract a woman. Some men are going to have to be able to buy $500 bottles of Ace of Spades champagne. Some men are going to have to be able to contribute those things to a woman in order for them to get love. And I think that's unfortunate, but that's the way that it is, you know? And I'm not going to lie. I'm the type of guy, if I had that bag, if I was on a certain financial level, I'd be humble. I wouldn't be flashy like these old ignorant rappers, but I would be tricking off on women. And I don't have no shame in saying that. I'd buy a woman a Bottega Veneta dress. You know, I love Bottega Veneta cologne. Very elegant. But yeah, I'd be tricking off heavy if I had that bag. Now, I don't believe in being flashy, but I'd be taking women to high-class restaurants. I'd be buying women Louis Vuitton, Brunello Cucinelli, all of that. I'd be tricking off heavy if I had that bag. Because unfortunately, that's what some men are going to have to do. Some men are going to have to finance a woman. And I guess that's why people tell some men, you know, in order for you to get a companion, you're going to have something going for yourself. But I just know now that I'm grown, I just know that's not a compliment. You know, anybody tell you that you got to have something in order for you to get a woman, that is not a compliment, because there are certain men out here who don't have anything. You know, there are some men, they got a woman giving them the world. You know, some men don't have to trick off and do all of that when it comes to a woman. Some men got a woman giving them the world, you know. So as a man, you know, if you got to have all of this stuff, if you got to have all of this material stuff in order to find love, that just means you're not good enough as a man, you know, because you got some guys, they don't got to have none of that, you know. And it's unfortunate. And I want to say one last thing before I end this. For a brother, and I'm sure a lot of you guys may agree with this, for a brother, I feel the best combination for a brother is for him to be physically attractive and have a hood element to him. I feel that's a win-win situation for a black man. You know, if a brother is physically attractive to women and he's a hood ninja, that's like an ace of spades right there. You win all day, you know. But that's pretty much been my video. Let me know what you guys think about it. And I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Peace out.